Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you get notifications of whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now on to the topic of today's video, and it's another one of my guides to Eden, and this time we're going to be talking about fallen castles. So you can see on the screen here, this is actually my Maverick Pond account, what I call my third account. T52 Guild were kind enough to zero my castle last night and make myself and about 20 other members of my guild all fallen for the whole day. So this has now provided me with the opportunity to show you how the mechanics of a fallen castle work. So first off, how will you become fallen? Well, in Eden you can be attacked if an opponent guild manages to tile to an adjacent tile to where your castle is situated. Once they have tiled to you, so you can see here actually they have control of two level 14 tiles next to me. Then when those adjacent tiles are in their position, they can then hit your castle. Now there are a couple of scenarios to think about here. If you are in Eden, logged in on Eden, now like this exact situation, if I wasn't fallen but my castle was just sitting here, I was in the map and just logged in, they can attack your castle, and if you have your troops garrisoned, then they will attack you like you would during a KE event, for instance, any other normal attack. You can obviously ungarrison your troops, which would be an option, and if you are being attacked, then you're not going to be able to exit the map. Now, if say you leave the map and you haven't shielded your castle, so you're not on the map but your castle is still there unshielded, they can again attack your castle and zero it, place it into fallen status, but you won't lose any troops. So if we look on the menu here and go into battle reports, you can see from 12 hours ago, this happened actually this morning, that T52 attacked my town, and I just had the normal actually Margan was trying to reinforce me, bless him, thank you mate. But in terms of my losses, you can see it was just a normal attack. You don't lose anything. So if you're ungarrisoned. So what I would suggest is if you're logged out, so you can obviously log out of the map and leave your castle unshielded if you have to, but it's not ideal. So the other option available to you is to shield. So in town buffs, you'll see that you have the castle shield option here, and there is a 2-hour charging time to activate the shield. That is very critical, because obviously if you have an opponent coming towards your castle, tiling towards you, you need to be able to hopefully hold them off for 2 hours. When you are, or your colleagues in your teammates would have to hold them off, because when you are charging your shield, you can't do any actions on the map. So those are going to be your options. So when you are in fallen status, it's going to look like this on your town buffs, and it will show the countdown. So you are in fallen status for 24 hours. It's going to look like this, and you're going to have this kind of different coloured ring around your castle. The reason for that is that the opponent takes control of the tiles that you are occupying with the castle. So it is no longer yours. I'll give you an example. See, if I click on a tile adjacent to my castle and I click occupy, you see you don't have an adjacent tile icon. So if we click on the fallen option here, it will give you a description at the top. When in fallen status, cannot be attacked by capturing province members, and you cannot attack them or their territories. Base territories can be used to connect territories for the capturing side. So as I say, your 4 tiles that your castle is sitting on becomes part of their tiling, basically. You no longer enjoy bonus from any friendly towns or cities. So those bonuses that you get for increased production and stuff, you don't get that. Cannot connect territories via friendly territories. So I couldn't try and tile. You can't tile when you're fallen. You cannot attack another base or cities. You cannot reinforce other people. And when in fallen status, if the base is destroyed again, it will be relocated to a random spot. So those are the kind of conditions that you're under when you're in fallen status for those 24 hours. Now, you can get out of fallen status in a couple of ways. So you can see here, as it says requires, and I can, if I use this amount at the moment, chipped marble, terrible hardtack, and stone blocks, then this will remove the fallen status. Now, the longer you're in fallen status for, the more requirements there are to get you out of it. So that the longer you go into the 24 hours, the cheaper it becomes. But there are two things to consider in this situation. First off, are the enemy still in the sector where your castle is? So clearly you can see in this image that they T52 have tiles literally adjacent to my castle. So the second that I move it out of fallen status, it's going to be vulnerable. So the second consideration you have to have is, have you got a teleport pad set up ready to go? And this is why I've said in previous videos, it's absolutely critical that you do at all times in Eden always have a teleport pad set up in a different sector, whether it's because you're planning to do a town hit or another hit, a structure hit, or if you're looking at in terms of from a strategy point of view, moving around the map. Check that when you're logging in each day, look at the lay of the land. If it's a Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, have your opponents taking different gates. Are they in control of different zones, areas of the map? It's very important that you know where is going to be a safe area for you, and you should always have a backup teleport pad. Now, you'll actually see that in my honor structure, I did have a backup teleport pad in a different sector. So 315 kilometers away. So if you click on it and you click teleport, you'll see falling cannot teleport. So it won't allow you while you're fallen, but because I have it ready, as soon as I come out of fallen status, I would be able to teleport there. Now, there is another way to come out of teleport fallen status other than doing it yourself by clicking on the icon and using those resources. You can actually, your guild mates, your teammates in your guild, they can save you by clicking on your castle, and it will give them the option to save you. Again, it requires resources. Now, if say a fallen castle is literally completely out of resources and they can't save themselves, then this is in that situation potentially, and they're online and they've got a teleport pad set up, then in that scenario, yes, you would want to save someone in your guild that has been fallen. In every other situation, you don't want to save them, because if they're not online, then the castle can, and there's tiles adjacent to them, they can just be hit again. If they come into the map, how are they going? If you save them and then they come onto the map and they don't have a teleport pad ready, they're going to need a few minutes to actually make the pad. So would you be able to, as a team, protect them at that stage? If there are no enemy tiles anywhere near them, then you can consider it. But otherwise, and also if they have a teleport pad ready, you can consider it. But in any other situation, I would advise that it's not a good idea to save your guild members who have been fallen in that manner. So let's literally just clear being fallen now. And so as I say, all you have to do is click on the icon. It will tell you what you need to remove. So it is a mixture of resources that you're producing, and you can see stone blocks as well. So you just click on remove fallen. Now I'm removed. You can see that my castle has changed color back to my tiles, and the fallen status is removed. And now I want to obviously get out of here as quickly as possible, because T52 could actually hit my castle straight away. So we're going to use the relocation point, teleport over here straight away, and now I'm safe and sound. So there you go. That is everything about Fallen, other than obviously if you reach the end of the 24-hour period and you come out of being Fallen, if you're not in the map and you're not shielding, then the opponent could just hit you again and zero you again, and you could be Fallen again for another 24 hours. So it's important that you kind of have a strategy in place for how you're going to remove yourself from Fallen. And yeah, that's everything really about the subject. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do click on that like. And if you have any other questions about being Fallen in Eden, or other questions about Eden, please do pop them in the comments section below. Have you had any funny scenarios or bad scenarios where your guild mates have actually saved you and then you've got hit again. I'll be interested to hear about that. So yeah, please do pop your comments below. And if you could please share my channel in this video in your alliance chat, province chat, guild chats, of course, for those of you on the Eden maps, and through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, that would be very much appreciated. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.